Saturday Sports Talk with the gang, is what JP calls. Anyway, Saturday Shock Joxx. I'm Kevin Hastings along with Chip Carter and Terry Reinhardt and Tom Sinofani. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to last week's bad picks. And this is what we like to do for the folks who aren't familiar with it. A lot of people, a lot of shows, they know everything. They predict everything. Everybody gets it wrong. But nobody comes back the next week and says how wrong they are. But we like to do that. So this week's bad picks, NCAA style. I'm looking at Terry's notes here. And excuse me. Last week, Tom went 5-6. Chip went 5-6. For the second week in a row, y'all both went 5-6. And for the second week in a row, Terry went 4-7. So y'all took Terry out in the last 2 weeks. Now the bad news is for you guys.
How did Mr. I don't like college football?
The guy who doesn't watch college football and just looks at the polls and predicts these things went 8-3.
Golly bum.
Overall, I have a 6-game lead on you guys. I'm 32-18. Tom is tied with Chip and Terry are tied at 26-24, and Tom's the only one with a losing record at 24-26.
But I think my
and we're not picking the spreads.
I think my war looks really good though.
You might have a good war on that. First week, everybody did pretty good. That's what's crazy. Since then, it's been a struggle session for some of y'all.
We're on the struggle. It's a battle.
I haven't had a losing week yet.
It's a battle to break 500 for the rest
Chip's
of us.
2-2 and winning. Terry's 2-2 and Tom's 1-3 and having winning weeks. All right, so let's go to last week's bad picks.
There'll be a lot of them.
The
Bad picks.
the Utes.
Terry?
I'm also going to Utes, Texas Tech, probably hadn't y'all there.
They're only an hour behind them. They're Central Time.
You got Pat Mahomes.
Alex Smith.
Yeah.
Two former Kansas
Who
City
got this
quarterbacks.
Big 12 matchup at 10 a.m. in the morning?
I'm like a golfer who lost his mojo on the greens. I'm not trusting my putter right now, but I guess go with Utah right now.
Bad picks.
Great pick. I like Nebraska at home in a mild upset here.
I believe I'm picking Matt Rule on this. I'm gonna go with the Cornhuskers.
Yeah, before this, I'd never picked Matt Rule over Michigan, but Beef Poogie's out there, whatever it is. Terry, who you going with in this one?
It's kind of hard for me to take Michigan here. I think Nebraska's going to knock them off too.
Bad
Oh,
picks.
for 4.
I don't know. The quarterback's girlfriend for Miami's awfully hot. Maybe he'll
That's a
be
Terry
distracted.
comment right there. What the-
Maybe he'll be
She's
distracted.
She's also got a daughter look just like her.
Maybe she'll be a little distracted. He'll be Florida with the upset.
No.
Hard to concentrate on the game when your girlfriend's that hot.
And I didn't mean to say her daughter or her sister. They look like.
That's how old is his
That's what I'm
girlfriend?
saying.
I was just getting ready to
Girlfriend in
say.
her 40s?
I was just gonna just totally go away from that comment because I had no idea what you was talking about.
Yeah, really.
Illinois
Her sister, they
at
both look
Indiana.
Bad picks.
I'm saying
I'm absolutely right because I've looked at this
How
and
about this
I'm
one, boys?
very tempted to put this in my parlay.
Who you gonna
that
pick?
Straight up Illinois. No respect. You're not respecting Illinois.
Terry, who you got?
I'm going to go with Tom because I never thought Illinois was that good till I saw them play. They are pretty good.
They had a shutout win
taking-
last week. They had a shutout. I mean, against Western Michigan or somebody, but they did have a
He
shutout.
says Indiana.
Yeah.
I'm taking Illinois.
I want the Hoosiers in this game. I like their coach. He's a pretty good coach. I think he's going to
Yeah, I agree.
beat the Illini.
Put me down for Indiana.
Guy's a prick.
Bad picks.
How was Duke favored in this game?
I
They're
don't know.
terrible.
I don't know. We got a good offense. We can play if anybody, and our defense shows up one half and doesn't show up the
I'm telling
next.
you what, man, that's going in my parlay. NC State, straight up. That's going in the
It did go.
Will you be quiet? You're messing me up over here, Tom.
Terry, you're messed up when you walk through the door, dude. Make a pick.
I thought he'd have this one
That's
nailed
what
before
I'm
he comes to
saying.
the door.
I'd say, what-
He's had a week to pick this game in his
Yeah.
head. Now he's confused.
Well, Tom keeps running that mouth. Then he's taking state.
We
I
gotta
don't
do
want him-
NFL, guys.
I want him to take
We're off there
Duke.
at 10:15.
Yeah, I'm gonna take state.
Chip, who you got?
Please, Terry, I'm in your corner. Go State.
Is that 3 states? Is that
Well,
3 states?
Yes, Tom took state because he go betting on them.
Give me the Blue Devils.
No.
Give me the Blue
Kevin.
Devils at home.
I'm going to do a mini parlay with State tomorrow morning.
Bear pit.
Tom threw all of his money away this
Give me Wisconsin at home.
Wisconsin.
Put down Wisconsin for me as well.
Bear pits.
This is a dump. 1 and 2 against 0 and 3.
2.5
And
points
this
spread.
is the one we're picking.
Tom said he wanted math
Tom,
football.
is this your conference? Boy, they stout. What the heck? Give me Louisiana. You lose.
I'll take the Raging Cajuns. I'll take the team from the South.
Bear pits.
Let's go with Arkansas. Vegas knows something.
Chip,
Yeah,
What
yeah.
was the spread
7.5.
7.5.
Yeah, I'm
for
going.
Arkansas?
Yeah, I'm going Razorbacks.
33-26 is their predictive score roughly for Arkansas. Give me the Arkansas Razorbacks on this one.
Those are some bad picks.
All right, boys. Bad picks from last week. Worst one was the Indiana one. Right?
Yeah.
Illinois. Game was 7-7.
53. Think of that.
Last night, upset.
I'm glad you didn't ask us to pick that game.
Virginia beats Florida State 2 overtimes, 46-38. And have you guys seen the field rushing that happened?
It went crazy.
Is this the quickest a field has ever been rushed in the history of college, or history of all sports?
Wow.
Where did that guy go?
Where did both of them? Yeah.
Enjoy your
I mean,
fine.
in all seriousness, somebody can get hurt.
Oh, yeah, they're getting
Somebody's
fined.
going to get hurt.
Yeah, they're getting fined. Big time. So
Look at the security guard down there. You look at him right there, right beside the camera tower. Look at him.
Yeah, I would have just been holding on to the tower.
Yeah.
So Virginia they just have a hill over here and not
Well, Virginia has sucked for so long. I mean,
they beat the number 8 team in the country
and they
flooded
beat the
field.
8 team in the country.
That's where
so.
State ought to be ranked because State beat Virginia.
Well, I think I got a tweet like that. It was like State beat them, and then somebody beat them, and they went down the line of who all beat who, and it was getting ridiculous about where it all went. How they do
Talk to me
those
about
things.
State being ranked right now, not what they did last week.
I was telling Tom when we walked in there this morning, I said, I'm getting so tired of Rob Roop. I can't beat him in anything. Eagles can't beat Cowboys can't beat the Eagles, and now we can't beat Duke. Robbie Roop, you need to change states.
Yeah. Indiana beat a team and ranked in the top 10 so badly their win is no longer impressive because Illinois is perceived as a bad team.
Yeah.
So that's how college football works.
When you beat a team so much that's ranked that they're no longer ranked, so that doesn't count as a good win.
and watching a little bit of that game, they got the one wide receiver. I can't remember his name, but there's a lot of chemistry with him and the quarterback on that run pass option. And I'm gonna tell you, when you run that RPO, it's tough to stop, man. It can be very tough to defend if you've got guys that know how to do it. And they just ate Illinois up on that. They just beat them to death. Illinois just had no answer for it. Couldn't make the defensive adjustment. So I don't care what that tweet says. I'm glad we don't play them right now because they are playing some good football right now. And he's got those JMU transfers. Now, when they're gone, he's been able to get some other guys in there. I think his recruiting classes have been pretty good, but he's been able to get guys to come in there, buy in, and he seems to be pretty committed to staying there. It doesn't seem like he's trying to go to, USC or something like that. So I think he's going to build that program up. I don't like him. Guy's still a prick, but
Mike Gundy at Oklahoma State
fired him.
Fired this week. There's been 11 10-win seasons in the history of the school. Gundy's responsible for 10 of those 11, 8 as a head coach, 2 as the quarterback. Got run out of town.
He'll be back somewhere.
Here's what you need more than anything, Tom. Top 25 versus the spread. Vanderbilt plus 74, Indiana plus 61, New Mexico plus 58, Louisiana Tech 54, North Texas 42, Ole Miss 42, Virginia 40. So there's some spread betters. That was before last night's game, obviously, with Florida State. they were 10th last night until that.
Yeah.
So there for you
Because they
gamblers
beat
out there.
Alabama.
Yeah. That was the line, Terry. It was Alabama, NC State, whoever beat them. It went all the way through Alabama down to the bottom of the list. Let's see if I got any other news in this. I did have another video from that. We got to talk the touchdown call and see what you got. Let's see. A byproduct of this year's ACC schedule. It says, suppose you had infinite perfect knowledge and the 3 best teams are Miami, Louisville, and SMU. They all play each other and they all may go 1-1 and beat all each other. Well, let's say the next 2 best teams at 4 and 5 are Georgia Tech and UNC. They play none of those other 3 and they go 8-0. And so a single SMU over Miami upset means the ACC championship could be between the 4th and 5th best teams.
That's a legit hypothetical. That's a bunch of horse hockey.
Now,
I can see Georgia Tech maybe. But
North
I can't
Carolina's
see,
not.
I was
that's
getting
not-
I can't see Carolina going 8-0.
That's not the best example.
I know.
No, it's not. But what they're making the point is, and I've made the point in other sports, especially like in the NBA, the teams in the Super Bowl or the finals or the World Series are not necessarily the best 2 teams.
They're the best team playing at that time.
Well, they're the best team from that league playing the best team from that league. You could have the 2 best teams in the American League, or the 2 best teams in the Western Conference.
You could have Buffalo.
That's what they're making the point of, is that
Kansas City, or Buffalo and Baltimore.
and I don't know what system to have when you have 17 teams in a conference. Like how do you fix that? How
You don't.
You have to have. Does each conference now have to have their own AP poll, so they can rank them, or instead of actual standings, now we're voting on where they're ranking.
Play a 16-game season and all play everybody once. I don't know what you do.
It's just they've got a lot of things to figure out. So Georgia Tech, let's go before I talk to them real quick. I do want to show one more highlight. Let's talk about that touchdown from last night in that win. This was overturned. Did you guys see the touchdown that was overturned? All right, this was called a touchdown on the field and then overturned by replay. Boom.
Everything from TV is slowed down.
Yes, I hear you. So what here is, we're going to try to see that there is control.
Doesn't have complete control of it till he goes out of bounds. He doesn't control it there.
Yeah, that's
Doesn't go see the bobble. I think it's a good call.
So Florida State fans are up in arms. They've tweeted out, "This call cost us the game. This is why we lost."
He only gave up 46
Thank
points.
you, Tom. I was about to say,
Yep.
can anybody look at the scoreboard?
Yep.
Your defense gave up 46. So this week I got in a Twitter argument, and this is the NFL, but real quick, it has nothing to do with it, but it has to do with that. Matt Ryan was commenting on how to come, or something about coming back, or dealing with that and they were making comments. Why is a loser who gave up a 28-3 lead making comments on how to keep a lead? And my comments on those were, Matt Ryan didn't give up a point.
Yeah.
And I went back and looked at the play charts. When Matt Ryan went up 28-3, the defense never made another stop the rest of the game. So Matt Ryan ain't guarded nobody. And I'm sorry, you Florida State fans, you gave up 46 points to Virginia. That's why you lost, not because of these referees or whether this call went which way.
if you don't want that play to have an impact on the game, don't give up 46 points.
Right. If you give up 10, you don't have any argument. Just
Yeah.
play some defense. I know I guess they get paid too nowadays in college, but yes, the defense gets paid too. Why does everybody forget that the defense they get paid?
Yeah.
Let's see if I got one more. Strength of resume, according to ESPN. This is kind of like, I guess, our PowerPoints poll. Texas A&M number 1, Georgia 2, Oklahoma 3, Miami 4, Florida State, Ohio State.
They're not there
Ole
anymore.
Miss, LSU. This was as of this week
Yeah.
that I caught on during the week. So that's according to ESPN's that Texas A&M should be number 1. Terry, you think they should?
No.
All right, let's see what else I got on the college football.
I tell you what, if you want to talk about college football, been listening a lot about this matchup with Ohio State going out west. And this Washington team is better than they should be ranked. A lot of people saying they should be ranked. They do have a couple of defensive starters out. But I look, they put up a pile of points. They've scored over 50 points a couple of times. So they got a high-powered offense to be a tough test for the defense. And you got saying, your big first road test. You want to go to Seattle, Washington, all them crazy people out there? That's a tough place to play, man. So it's going to be, the line started out as 12.5 or 13.5, and it was down to 7.
Yeah.
It's gone back up just a little bit, but I think it's going to be a tough test for Ohio State today. And if they can get a win, it builds that resume. But I'm saying, better don't take this one for granted.
Right.
Well, last week, NC State was ranked number 1.
We're not even ranked. That's how easy college football is.
That's how it should work, Terry.
Yeah.
You shouldn't just drop from 1 to 3, should you?
Yeah, we
You
go
should drop
from
right to the top
1
25 all the
She
way out.
gone.
The Coley Matrix that used to be in the BCS had NC State at number 1 last week, and they got beat. And then I just want to bring it up this week that they're not even in the top 25.
That's so funny. Yeah. Completely out of it.
How these college football rankings fun things. That's what it used to. That used to contribute to the championships, guys. So you can't poo it, Terry. Y'all were number 1 for
1 week.
Oh goodness. Terry, y'all lost on September 20th for the first time in school history.
Oh, wow.
Did you know that? Going
Knew
back
that.
to 1930,
Yeah.
they had 11 games on September 20th, and they were 11-0, and then they fall.
There's always somebody out there trying to figure out something.
That's all right, Terry. Your football team's never lost on April 15th.
Weirdest stat ever, right?
I said, what a weekend last week, and West Lincoln did not play, which that was a plus. So I did win there. And
Well-
then State gets beat and Cowboys get beat. So
Checking in on Chip's Tar Heels and how the defensive meetings are going before the games.
I need some money. Can you give me 20?
They got margaritas in section 110.
Can I go see my boyfriend later?
My God.
Well, my
Hot
God.
dogs have went up here.
I need your credit card. I need your credit card.
All right, we got to
just-
pick some scores here in a minute.
He's so pathetic.
It's so
It's
just bizarre.
How about something bizarre? How about North Texas stomping on the Tennessee kicker's foot?
I mean,
And they act like nobody's seeing this.
Right. Like there ain't cameras anywhere nowadays.
Bam.
that is so.
It's a wonder that
messed
dude right
up.
there didn't run him down.
That should be a suspension.
How about Michigan's Biff Poogie talking to Nick Saban? Saban said, when you were at St. Francis, I never saw you coach it down. You were Jerry Jones. You paid all the players and all that are using the same philosophy at Michigan now. And Nick and Poogie said, yeah, and I learned all that from you. So there you go. There's your college football. These analysis. All right, y'all ready to pick some games?
Let's
Since
do
we did
this.
so bad last week. All right.
I got to concentrate this week. Tom, be quiet.
Focus.
Just pick the team and go on.